I might love disc golf more than anything in this world, but this one fucking thing sucks more dick than Tina discs. To be fair, there is plenty of things I can go on and on about not liking. Shit, that's basically the whole premise of this channel. But this one thing gets me riled up more than anything else. So grab your disc golf manifestos and red berets because we're going full Karl Mach X for a few minutes. You guys want to know why one of the top reasons disc golf quickly became the thing I love doing the most? Because it's free. Well, kinda. Most of you already know the dent in the wallet it creates by buying way too many discs than a person realistically needs. If you have more than 500 laying around, you might need to talk to a professional. You could even go as far as saying pay-to-play places, although I'm pretty lucky and have had top-tier courses that are in free parks. It wasn't until I started driving to destination stops did I learn what pay-to-play courses were, like a long while, because I live an hour and a half from the canyons over at Delwood, which at the time was the 25th best course in the world, and you didn't even have to pay for that one. I really thought only the best of the best were the ones you had to pay for, when in reality, some people have to pay just in order to get into the park. Honestly, can say if I had to pay every time I wanted to play, disc golf would not be my favorite hobby. This isn't even what the video is about, but feels necessary to set up the fact that disc golf is a free activity damn near any person can play, which makes it one of the best things. However, also brings one of the worst parts about disc golf. Since being free, doesn't bring a profit to some places, means it's neglected. How often have you gone to a new course just to find out it hasn't been touched for in years? Letting the grass run higher than someone who putts with wizards, weeds throughout the entire rough, the fairway being closed in on, and everything else you don't want in a course. Early on in my young disc golf career, I thought I'd found this abandoned course because no one had ever talked about it. It had a horrible rating, so one day I decided I had to check it out. Instantly found out what made it so bad.
I literally haven't been to this course in years, and you're gonna find out why.
First, who the fuck puts the distance in yards? I suck at math, so there's no way I was converting that shit.
Honestly, after like 8 years of playing this course, I still don't know if this is hole 1's tee, hole 8's tee, or both of them, maybe? I don't know. I don't know.
After the first hole, you come to the second big issue, and most of these abandoned courses suffer the same fate. That being no damn directions, leaving you stranded into the woods like a confused deer.
So they either removed the basket or somebody stole it? But that would have been a birdie, so we're gonna count that one.
My first time playing, I went the wrong way. But how the fuck was I supposed to know to go through the overgrown trees to hole 2?
Let's play a quick game. If you were a disc golf basket, where would you go? Because right now, there's not a single fucking path to tell me where hole number 2 is, but I guess it's time for an adventure.
I'm not even going to complain that there's no tee pads, but an arrow wouldn't hurt anyone.
This is the so-called gap on what was hole 2. I'm not really sure where the basket is, but the only person that I would have known to play this course in recent memory is Disc Golf Jesus, so I guess I'll have to give him a call and see what's up. I'm calling Disc Golf Jesus. Get to the bottom of this real fast. When's the last time you played Lake Villa? Interesting. I just wanted to get the expert opinion on the local 9-hole courses in the area. But now we know that I don't know if we got any information out of that. But I guess he described some of the holes for us.
When you're walking to hole 3, you get the vibes you're going to find a junkie stabbing a needle somewhere they shouldn't.
Funny enough, I kind of always done what Jesus just explained and never played the traditional holes that I was supposed to on this layout because in my head, they didn't make a whole lot of sense. Like, this tee pad's filled with grass and overgrown weeds. I'm not going to throw from there. So instead, I would play up from where I felt I had an actual tee pad of sorts and play the natural hyzer forehand where I could work on shots I wasn't so good at with overstable approach discs. So I'm going to go do that if the basket's still there, of course. We got a basket, folks. We have found one of the baskets. Hopefully you can look back at the videos from 2020 and see that this shit wasn't always like this. Granted, it was always overgrown to a point, but this is literally like a jungle. Cobwebs forming on the basket. That should show you how many people play this fucking course right here. No one fixes, no one touches, no one plays this course.
This was the point where there was a no trespassing sign since there was a mansion here. No joke. And the first time I played, I for sure walked all around that property looking for the next hole, and nothing happened. So what are you going to do about it? Eventually I found out where I was going, and was left with another disappointing hole that was overgrown, but that's not a shocker here.
Just because it's only 156 feet doesn't mean you can put the tee in a terrible fucking location so nobody has a good tee shot. That's not how you make a hole harder. That's how you make it not fun. Fucking dickheads. Oh, that makes looking for my disc for 10 minutes worth it. I almost just gave up looking for that disc because these fucking weeds are so bad, and I threw it like 50 feet, I swear.
Ah, yes, hole 5. My favorite hole on the course. 103 feet. I don't care what anyone says. I live by the saying, an ace is an ace no matter the size. My dick might be small, but I lost count of my aces years ago. This hole does have some of my greatest memories. The first hole I had ever double penetrated. I got my first ace of 2021 live here. Not only my last ace of 2022, but also Disco of Jesus, who also aced this hole 2 times before. Might be a stupid hole, I get that, but in my opinion, these are the types that get the non-disc golfers to come back the next time. If it was from an ace run or a first birdie, shit, could even be someone's first par. Whatever it is, I don't care, because if it brings someone back to the course, it's a win. The next hole, for some reason, decides to be kinda hard after what we had the last 2, which is kinda fair if you ask me. I play everything to the left of the path, and the shit in the middle is OB to add some more challenge. Still not all that much of a hard hole, but as you can see, it got a lot harder. Same as hole 7, which is a basic forehand, but at least the course shows diversity in shots. And when you have a cool tree, at least you put the basket next to it. Kinda have to do that if you ask me. I don't like hole 8, and it's not just because I don't know where the tee pad is, but because of this stupid plant. Just annoys me. Oh yeah, and I didn't play that one. Or hole 9, because there's a dumb tee shot. Again, might have been better years ago, but there isn't a clean line right now. But the basket is in a great location. I'm glad that the hill was used. And since Disc Golf Jesus told me he plays hole 1 from the parking lot to the hill, you know I had to try it. Too many times is a cool feature that go ignored. Most of the time, when a non-disc golfer designs shit, it's more like playing a game of Battleship, throwing up baskets like you don't know where the fuck you're going. What could have been a solid introductory course ruined due to not being taken care of, probably because it stays on the bottom of the to-do list that's ever growing. Always makes me laugh too since it's right next to a fucking mansion. Pisses me off when perfectly good disc golf courses go to shit because they don't make a profit for anyone. Don't give me any bullshit about that's a league or club's responsibility. I agree when there's a community to do it, but what about all these 9-hole courses that get put up to get people to start playing? There isn't opportunities for every course, and I feel as if there's a responsibility once the course gets put in to keep it together. That's gotta be fair. Also, this goes beyond the overgrown grass, although the least they could do is mow the damn thing. But what I'm talking about is when baskets get destroyed by hooligans or vandalized, that there should be something done eventually. It's been years since this course has had any replacements, and I'm tired of the bitching from the excuses after missed putts. Half the time they aren't even spit outs, just a chance to blame something besides themselves. Look at this grass though. I swear it hasn't been touched in months. It's a damn jungle just to get to the tee pad. And don't even get me started on if you throw it in there. You're better off giving up on it unless you commit to the voyage. My home disc golf league is in Lake Geneva, which for those that don't know is a summer spot for rich folks. And if I have wealthy pricks taking all the free parking spots making me walk down the street, I expect that I don't have to worry about losing Lincoln in the grass. I swear the people in charge are fucking morons. Can't replace broken baskets, take out the trash, mow the damn lawn, but take down trees that are vital to the hole. I have yet to hear the reason why, but I swear it's because they quote-unquote made the course harder. Other than taking away some of the best holes on the course, the city doesn't do shit for disc golfers. Well, besides have a cop in the parking lot, of course. Coincidentally, the police station is across the street. Oh, weed isn't legal in Wisconsin, if you didn't pick up on that. Sorry for the rant, but I've had this on my mind for a while now, and felt like the Karl Mach X needed to come out of me. Almost as bad as when I found someone trimming down the fairways in my local course. I made this post, which I thought was pretty funny, and, a joke, but for some reason, people got butthurt over it. I don't know why pissing off disc golfers is so easy for me, but I think it might be my secret talent. Still crazy to me that we got dudes taking their own trimmers to the course before the park departments can do their job. Absolutely wild. Also, don't be the guy that takes trimmers to the course. Unless you have permission from the appropriate people, then there is no reason for you to do any course maintenance. Like, for real, don't fucking touch anything because your bum ass can't hit a line. Some asshole way back when ruined some holes in my local course by making paths to cut through the woods with ease. That's not the point. You're supposed to be punished for being off the fairway. Have you not played disc golf before? There's only one exception, and that's if a course looks to be untouched forever. I feel like then it's fair game to touch it up. At least then if you fuck it up, no one plays anyway. If this video gets 250 likes, I'll clean up what is allegedly the worst rated course on UDisc. And I know there's some assholes listening right now that can come help me too. For now, do me a favor and go find some small 9-hole course and give it some love, because all courses need some attention.
Oh, no.
One more degree and that would have literally it would have blown the past.